Today I want to talk about wholesalers and wholesaling. I want to explain to you the basic concept of what it is and how it works, and whether as a long-term real estate investor you should consider working with wholesalers. So a wholesaler is someone, they're not necessarily a real estate agent, who can go and approach sellers and say, hey, nice house that you have here. I'm working on buying properties in your area, and I'd like to buy your house for, let's just say, $200,000, okay? And they give the seller a contract for $200,000 without the real intention of ever actually closing on that house for $200,000. As soon as they get that contract with the seller agrees to sell it for $200,000, the wholesaler goes and they try to find a different buyer who they can assign that contract to. They basically find somebody else and say, hey, I got this great deal. This house, I think, is an incredible property. I think fixed up it's worth $300,000, and I'll sell it to you for $220,000. And then what they do is they get the end buyer to buy it for $220,000. The seller still gets their $200,000, and the wholesaler gets their $20,000 fee. It can be a very lucrative business. There's some wholesalers who are extremely successful at what they do, and I think there is a niche in the market for what they do. And I have bought a property from a wholesaler, very, very happy with it. He got a great fee on the property. I got to see on the settlement statement what his fee was, and I was still ecstatic. Yes, he got that fee, but I got an incredible property at a great price. See, part of being a real estate investor is it can be very hard to scour and find all the right deals all the time. Not only can it be hard, it can also be expensive. You know, sometimes people start sending letters and they start sending texts and they start calling. By the time you factor in the cost of doing all those things and your time and money, it can be very hard to find those deals. So I say when the opportunity is right, it's absolutely okay to let a wholesaler do all the legwork for you, and then you are able to still buy a property at a great price. But sometimes wholesaling is not right. There are some cases where I think wholesalers could do a better job of informing the consumer of what their intentions with the property are. Because if there was, a little old lady who could have got $220 for her house, that's why I don't personally wholesale. I want to be able to help my clients get $220 if there's an investor out there who wants to pay $220 for it. But I, again, have bought properties from wholesalers and extremely happy with my experience. If you're working with an agent and you're thinking about investing in real estate, I would absolutely make sure that they're sending you wholesale list opportunities. I know here in the Phoenix area, as an example, I get probably 2 emails a day, it feels like sometimes, from wholesalers with whole lists of properties that they're wholesaling. Sometimes I don't love their numbers. We got to vet their numbers and make sure that we agree with what their valuations are, but there have been some very good opportunities there.